This is Jeff Howard from Winning Sales Habits, and welcome to the second training video in the series of 4 on how to reset your sales career. Today we're going to start to share with you specific habits to adopt that can bring you immediate results. On video 1, we talked about the starting point of making any change. That is, we need to face the truth, to find out areas that really need improvement, and if you change them, will make the biggest difference in our career. So did you find at least 1 or 2 areas that need your attention right now? Have you been brutally honest with yourself? As salespeople, we tend to look at the bright side of things, and it's not uncommon that we see people with 6 or 7s across the board on that exercise. They think they're doing all right in every aspect of sales. At the same time, they say that they're earning only half of what they're truly capable of. Or there's someone in their office that's making 10 times the amount at the same company, in the same market, with the same manager, and the same opportunities for training. There's obviously a disconnect here. If it's not the areas that we asked about, what area is it? We have to get real in order to move forward. The second thing we talked about was identifying monkey traps that may be holding us back. These are presuppositions, bad habits, excuses, or stories that we tell ourselves that are not serving us as we move forward in this new economy. What are you holding on to, like that monkey, that you need to let go of in order to get your freedom? So we've identified where you are and some of the things that may be holding you back. Now let's look at what it's going to take to get you to the world-class level. You know, where you're bringing all of your talent and skill to life every single day. That's going to take developing some new habits. You may not know this, but 95% of everything that you and I do on a daily basis is controlled by our habits. Only 5% is controlled by our conscious decisions. Our mind is amazing at simplifying things so that we can get more done. The problem is, many of us just come about our habits without much thought. It's always been done that way, or it's the way we've been taught, or it's the way that's made things easier on us. In order to change our habits, we're going to have to break some old ones. And changing habits is hard. We've all experienced trying to change a bad habit. A habit is like a superhighway in our brain, where the road has been traveled time and time again until a groove has developed. To change that habit, it's going to take awareness, practice, repetition, and emotion to develop a new neural pathway. Think for a moment about any great performer that comes to mind. They can be in business, sports, the military, show business, medicine, whatever you want. What do they all have in common? And how are they different than people who are just good at what they do in the same field? Well, first, they are much more deliberate at what they do than the average performer. They are precise. In fact, the greater level of performance that's needed, the greater the precision has to be. Look at the U.S. Navy Blue Angels flying team. All Navy fighter pilots are great at what they do, but the Blue Angels are more precise. They have to be. They fly 36 inches wingtip to wingtip. The second characteristic of great performers is that they practice. They don't wing it. When you're around elite athletes, you notice how much they practice versus perform. It's like 90% practice and 10% perform. What is that for the average salesperson? Maybe if you're lucky, you can flip those numbers, 10% practice, 90% perform. If we could get practice time up to even 20% or 30%, that sales professional would be a superstar. Remember, if you're not practicing before you meet with your clients, you're practicing on your clients. That's just not a good business strategy. And the third characteristic is purpose. And that leads us to our first habit that you should adopt immediately. The why for your goals is more important than the what or the how. We all know that we should get crystal clear about what we really want. Our game plan should include a vision broken down into goals, broken down into tasks, and broken down into habits. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Purpose is the fuel behind your goals. It's incredibly personal. You and your coworker might both want to earn $15,000 a month as a goal. But the why, and it's probably different for both of you, is what will make each one of you follow through on that goal. So how do you know if your purpose is strong enough? If your goals will give you the drive that you need? Here's a quick test. On a 3x5 card, write out your top 3 goals. They can be anything: a financial goal, a relationship goal, a health goal, even a possession you may want. Write those goals down and put the 3x5 card next to your bed, in front of your alarm clock, on your nightstand. That way, when the alarm goes off in the morning and you open your eyes to wake up, your top 3 goals are going to be the first things that you see. When you look at these goals, do you jump out of bed ready to tackle the day? Or do you look at your card and struggle to get going? Or, God forbid, push the snooze alarm and get another 10 minutes of sleep? If you hit the snooze alarm, when you do wake up 10 minutes later, I want you to take that card with your goals on it and rip it up. Because your goals suck. They suck because there's no power in them. Goals are not just there to give us a roadmap, they're there to give us energy. Now, your habit is to write out your top goals and the reasons why they are important to you. The why should involve your deepest values and beliefs. They should connect you to what really matters. If your purpose doesn't feel strong enough, stop and think through it more. What will reaching this goal really give you? Are you looking to retire early and travel? Do you want to send your kids to the best school? Is it a feeling of accomplishment that drives you? Pick something that makes you come alive. Pick something that means something to you deep down. Our second habit today is to create the environment around you that will support your top performance. Remember, 95% of everything that we do is habitual, and the environment you're in can contribute to or take away from our ability to follow through on our new habits. In his book, Drive, Daniel Pink talks about what makes us follow through on taking action. He says that your environment is there to make the things that you need to do easy to do. Your environment can be your office, your desk, your home, your car, any physical space that you can control. Environment can also be the people you surround yourself with. Environment can consist of music, light, movies, quotes, books, the surroundings and stimuli that you expose yourself to. I once had a boss who came by my office when I led the sales team for an international company. Things were chaotic, to say the least. Papers everywhere, unorganized. You get the picture. He only said one line that stuck with me throughout the years. He said, "Is this the office of someone who will reach your sales goals?" Wow. I had to admit that it was not. Take time right now to ask yourself that question. Do you have the office of someone who can reach your goals? Is your car indicative of the true professional you desire to be? Are you surrounding yourself with the people you need that will support and nourish you? Make your workspaces light, bright, and full of color. Put pictures up that reflect your values, vision, and aspirations. Use music to set the tone before each sales call, big meetings, or even phone calls. There you go. 2 quick habits. Create a purpose around your goals and set your environment for sales success. Now, don't be misled by the simplicity. Without purpose and a supportive environment, you'll fall far short of your true sales potential. On the next video, we'll get into the sales call itself and talk about habits you can use to prepare mentally, emotionally, and physically, as well as scout your client's unique buying style. Have a great day selling. Goodbye.